Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's beer reviews. I hope you're all doing well today. I've got a pale ale to review for you this evening, and it's a pale ale coming from Bristol, and it's from Lost and Grounded, and this is their Wanna Go to the Sun. Pale ale is coming in at 4.6% ABV. Lovely can wrap, suitable for the weather. It has been a really warm couple of weeks here in Old Blighty. And I think this beer is pretty much sums up what's been happening. We didn't really want to go to the sun, but the sun came to us. So there you go. So it's a 4.6% pale ale. I've had this on keg from a bar in Rickmansworth I was drinking in recently. And I thought it was absolutely awesome. So I went out and bought a few cans from my local, I say bottle shop, beer shop. So beer shop, London Road, St Albans. Legends, check them out. Yeah, they had this in stock, so I bought a few cans. Lost and Grounded, fantastic Bristol-based brewery. Bristol, for me personally, I was having this chat with someone the other day actually, how I think Bristol right now is probably my favourite area of the country in terms of brewers and the quality of the beers that they're knocking out. You know, you've got Arbour, New Bristol Brewery, Lost and Grounded. There's others that don't come to mind straight away, but it seems like all my favourite beers at the moment seem to be coming from Bristol-based breweries. So that's on my radar of places to go and have a few beers. So yeah, let's get into this. So 4.6%. There is no flavour text on the can. There is a bit of nutritional information, where it's produced, blah, blah, blah. 91 Whitby Road, Bristol. It's got water, barley malt, flaked oats and hops in it. So there you go. So let's get it open. Into a glass. Let's see what we're dealing with. Like I say, I had it on a beautiful evening at Creative Juices brewery in Rickmansworth. And if you're familiar with Creative Juices brewery, they're based on a farm. And it was a really nice Friday evening. We were down there and they had this on keg as one of their guest ales. And I liked the name. And the weather was ideal for it. So I had one, I just thought it was absolutely banging. So I ended up having a couple of pints of it, to be fair, in the end. But yeah, there's the can. In the glass. Bit of carbonation sticking to the side of the glass. Apparently it's not the cleanest. There it is. In the glass. Let me give that another knock. Sorry. Smothered in bubbles. That's a bit better. A little bit better. Yeah, it's a lovely, hazy, golden beer. Slightly darker, sort of a tinge of orange rather than gold to this one. Pour was a bit aggressive, so we're dealing with a 2-finger. Definitely white, slightly spacious, foamy looking white head to it. No real sediment floating around in that, but it's certainly hazy. There is good levels of carbonation to this one. Every time you move it, you can see it rolling around. Let's get me snouting, see what the aroma is telling us. I'm just going to top it up. There's a little bit more in there. Tiny bit. Get all that. Throw the can at you. So yeah, let's get me an aroma. Citrusy, orangey, lemony, grapefruit. There's a touch of a tropical note to it, but it's very subtle behind citrus. It's floral. It's light. It's kind of zesty, really sort of fresh smelling. It smells like the perfect summer pale ale. Let's get stuck in. Cheers. Oh. Yeah, I really like that. I was really enjoying it when I was drinking at Creative Juices a few weeks back. And you know, sometimes you drink a beer and you wonder, did I like it because the beer was good, or did I like it because the environment I was in was good? The friends I was with when I was drinking it made it good, you know? I knew it was a good beer, but I do wonder if the scenario I was in made it better. Now, having drunk it from a can, it's just an outright fantastic beer. It's light, it's well carbonated, it's really refreshing, it's properly zesty. It's really orangey, grapefruity, lemony, the malt bill is beautiful. It's light, but at the same time, it's palate coating. That addition of flaked oats just does enough to give it enough body so that it surrounds your palate and sticks with you. And all the while, there's a lovely, zesty, citrus, refreshing character to it. And then at the back end, there's a bitterness, a drying bitterness that blends with that citrus zestiness beautifully. It lingers as well, and it makes you want to go back for that next mouthful. It is, excuse me, it's refreshing, smooth on the palate, has that lovely bitter dry finish. It is almost like the perfect drinkable pale ale. And at 4.6, I would say it's borderline sessionable as well. I think sort of 5% below, I think you're kind of looking at a sessionable ABV. At 4.6, this is the sort of thing I could sit in a pub garden and drink an absolute skinful of. It's wonderful. It's crisp. It's almost lager-esque when it first hits your palate. Crisp, zesty, refreshing. It's almost sharp. Sort of that orange grapefruit, that lemon zest. It's almost like there's like orange peel gone into it. It's proper, you know, really zesty. Nice carbonation. And mid-palate, when that carbonation rush just sort of settles down, then you get the bitterness. Citrus, orange, grapefruit, lemon vibes. There's almost, as it lingers, that bitterness lingers, it dries slightly. And there's almost like a subtle sort of like a pepperiness to it. And I say, it just blends beautifully. And it just makes you want to go in for that next mouthful. The body's wonderful. Like I say, again, the flaked oats that have gone into it have just made it really drinkable, really smooth, really blends well with the use of the hops. The water quality is bang on, but it's from the West Country, so it's always going to be. I love it. I think this is, having had this on keg and now in can, this is going to be in my shortlist for beers of the year. And I feel like I've said that a few times lately on some reviews. I'm just drinking some absolute worldies at the moment. I'm extremely lucky getting some absolute worldies I'm picking. But yeah, having drunk this now in a couple of different formats, keg and can, this is in there. This is in my list, definitely my shortlist for beer of the year so far. It's terrific. Lost and Grounded. Want to Go to the Sun. For me, it's everything a good, refreshing pale ale should be. It's the malt bill's wonderful. The use of hops is terrific. It's not particularly complex, but it doesn't need to be, as it's a pale ale. It's not an IPA. It's zesty from the off, and as soon as you kind of go to take a sip, you're getting that whiff, that aroma of citrus come at you. The orange, lemon, grapefruit, it comes out at you. It's not trying to be anything else. It is a zesty, citrusy pale ale. But I say the use of the oats and the malt bill, excuse me, and that drying bitterness at the back end just balances it out absolutely perfectly. That's a wonderful, wonderful beer from Lost and Grounded. Yeah, Want to Go to the Sun pale ale. I fully recommend that. I really recommend that. That is a top beer. Someone was telling me that Waitrose were selling it. I did pop into a Waitrose to see if I can find it, but to no avail. So I ended up buying a load from a local bottle shop. But yeah, I really do recommend you seek this one out. So Want to Go to the Sun, Lost and Grounded, 4.6% pale ale. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. I think it's absolutely perfect for the time of year. I hope you've enjoyed the review. I've really enjoyed doing it. Until my next one, you take care.